Hey everyone, thank you for checking in to Jamie TV today. Today I want to talk to you about the Xvive in-ear wireless monitoring system, the U4. It would be fantastic if I could talk to you about this like in situation on a gig, if I could show you how I would set this up with my gear and just how I would use it, but we're in lockdown mode at the moment. Who knows how long it's going to be before we actually get to gig again, and I don't want to put this off any longer, so I'm just going to sit here in the relative warmth and comfort of Starbucks Studio and have a little chat to you about it. Now, of course, Xvive first appeared on the scene several years ago, making inexpensive but really good sounding guitar pedals, and then they really made a huge impression with their U2 wireless guitar system, which is awesome. I have 3 of them, wonderful units, and this really is kind of a logical progression from that. They also make my signature bass squeezer pedal, bass compression pedal, and yes, I'm an endorsee, so let's get that out of the way first off. You might think, okay, this guy's not going to give us an honest impression of what this unit is really like because he's an endorsee, and so it's his job to promote. It's not his job to be honest. And there's some truth in that. That's a fair thought. So let me just reassure you that the way I work is, if a company that I have a deal with wants me to advertise their latest product, and they send me one, then I check it out. I use it, I see how good it really is, and if I think it's for me, if I think I'm going to use this on my gigs or in my studio, if I would spend my own money on this and I feel that I can very highly recommend it, then I do so and I use it, and I don't keep things that I will not actually use. If I'm not keen on it, I'll send it back and we'll say no more about it. But I still have this here. And the reason I still have this here is because I can honestly say to you that this is the best in-ear monitoring system available at the price point, and you would have to spend an awful lot of money to get one that's actually better. So, this is an unopened box. So let me start by showing you what's in the box. What do you get for your money? So we'll open it up and we'll take this part out and discard the box. Right, if I take off the top, we have one transmitter and one receiver. So let's talk about those 2 items first. Right, the first thing that struck me about this receiver unit is it has the best belt clip I've ever seen. Anyone who's had a number of wireless systems like I have will know that very often the most disappointing thing about a wireless unit is the quality of that clip. You know, it's got to stay on your belt, or it's got to stay on your guitar strap, you know, and they fail and they fall and they smash. However, this unit is built so sturdily that I'm not sure that it would smash. I have dropped it a bunch of times, and I will drop it a bunch more times because that's just who I am, and it's been absolutely fine. Everything from Xvive is very well designed and very sturdily built, and this is no exception. Where's the other bit? There we are. Right, so let me just show you how this connects up, because this is as simple as putting on a hat. Let's connect these up. I'm going to deliberately put this on the wrong channel because obviously they would be paired because I've been using them, right? Okay, so we'll look at the front of this unit, and here we have a display which tells us that we are receiving information on channel 5. That's what the blue light is there. The red light that's flashing, by the way, means that I need to pull my socks up and get this put on charge. Okay, now if I switch this side on with the button on the right, and this is sending information out on channel 3. So if I press this twice, this button in the middle here, and it pairs up and you get a green light. And that's how complicated it is to pair it. And I could, of course, let me change that channel. Let's put it on channel 1. Right. And so if I want to correct it from this side, which might be the way you do it more frequently because this would be on your belt, and you just press the button in the middle here and take it over on channel 1 and we've got the green light again. Right, let me just talk a little more about this unit here. Right, we have a very, very sturdy volume control. The beauty of which is it's quite difficult to turn it. And the great thing about that is this is going to be most likely on your belt, and you're going to be on stage and you're going to be strutting about, throwing your shapes, swinging your guitar about, whatever it is that you do. And the last thing that you want is, you know, the bottom of your jacket rubs along the top of your volume control and it just moves. This is only going to move if it's moved deliberately. Other features on this unit here, very, very simple really. On-off switch, headphone socket, I'll talk about headphones in a moment. Display to show you what channel we're receiving on, button to change channel, volume knob, light to show you what your charge is, light to show you that you're paired, and input for charger cable. We'll talk about that in a moment as well. I have some information about that light there. I'll come to that in a minute. That's 3 things to remember. That's a challenge at my age. Right, and on this unit here, is there anything we didn't talk about? We've got the on-off switch. We've got the... I'm holding it the wrong way up, so I pressed the wrong button. We've got the on-off switch. We've got a charger port on this side, and on this side we've got a button to switch between auxiliary and line. And what you'd use that for is if you were sending a signal out from your desk, you'd be using auxiliary, because that is a plus 4 or 5 dB, I can't remember. But if you were sending a signal out from a louder device, you could switch it to line for minus 10 dB. Right, let's have a look at the rest of the box. 3 things to remember. That's just not going to happen. Okay, underneath, on the other side of the box, we've got some bits of paper and card and stuff. We've got a manual, which most of you will not bother reading. And to be honest, it's that simple. You probably could just get away with using this thing without ever looking at the manual. We've got a sticker for your guitar case or drum case, or what do singers stick things to? Singers who don't play anything. I don't know. Right, a little bit of advertising for other products from Xvive and why not. A warranty card, where to register your product online, find out about your warranty, blah blah blah, where to email Xvive directly, and warranty statement thingy-mabob. Then in the box we have a secret compartment underneath, which comes with a little bag to keep all your bits and bobs in, an adapter so that if, like me, you have a desk that doesn't have an XLR out for monitoring sends, and it needs a jack type connection, there's your adapter. And it's a good, honest, solid, sturdy one as well. Charger. This is one of the things I needed to remember to talk about. Okay. Charger lead. If anyone who's watching this already has a U2 system, you'll know exactly how this works already. You've got... That'll never wrap up as well as that again, because they never do they? Right? So this is USB type connection. You plug it into your wall socket, you know, the same kind of thing you use for your phone. And at the other end, there are two connectors. So it's only going to take up one socket at the back of your gear for charging. And you put one socket, one connector in the socket on the side of this, and one connector in the socket on the side of this. There you go. Now, talking about charge. The charge lasts for approximately about 5 hours, and it doesn't take that long to charge. So, if like me, you always forget to charge before the gig, and I've been using Xvive stuff for several years now, and I've never had a problem with this. What I always do is I get to the gig, I'm about to set up, and I think, oh, I forgot to charge my wireless stuff up. So I'll put it on charge straight away. And by the time I've set up and sound checked and done all that good stuff and I'm ready to perform, I've got enough charge in this or my U2 to do a full gig. Right, what was I going to speak about? That's one of the important things done. Headphones. Now, a few people have moaned about headphones. There's no headphones included with this set. Okay, I get that, but think about it like this. Xvive are working to a price point. They want to sell you a good system at a good, fair price that's not going to break the bank. If they include some headphones, do they make it more money? Or do they include a set of headphones that are just cheap crap that you're going to throw away straight away? A set of headphones that everyone online is going to moan about as soon as they see them? Because that would not be good publicity, would it? I mean, headphones for an in-ear monitoring system are a very personal thing. Everyone's got their own idea about what the best system is or what they want to use, and a lot of people have something unique made for themselves. So I don't think it's such a big deal. You know, if I bought a system like this and they had a cheap set of headphones included, I wouldn't even unwrap them. That would go straight in the bin. So another thing I must speak about this. Some people have complained about the fact that the system is in fact in mono. Now, people tend to think of mono as being not as good as stereo. And I suppose if you're sat listening to your system at home, that's true. But when it comes to live music, and not everyone will agree with me on this, I know, but this is just my honest opinion, is mono is better. Live, everything works better in mono. And I can't think of a reason why I would need a stereo signal in my ears for live monitoring. Plus, as well, you have to remember that a lot of people, when it comes to in-ear monitoring, will only wear one. So for me, in-ear monitoring needs to be mono. And if a stereo system is what you want, then that's fine. I'm not dissing you. This isn't a product for you. I have missed something. I know I've missed something. Let's look at a few details. Let me have a look have a little look in the manual. And maybe that will jog my mind about something I forgot to tell you. I know there's something really, really, really important. I want it to be cool if I could do this whole video in one without any cuts and edits and stuff. Let's see now. Oh, yes. That was the thing. Right, where's my unit? Here we go. Just unplug that from there. Right, now, switch this back on. If you're... Oh, it's not going to come on now. Oh, it is. I thought the battery had died once and for all. Right, so the battery light is flashing red. That means that I have less than 10% battery in there. A solid red light means you've got between 11% and 29%. And if the LED doesn't come on at all, that means you've got 30% charge or more. Yeah, so that's kind of handy to know what that means. And was there anything else? Oh yes, I should talk about the range, because I know something about that, and I need to talk about that as well. God, I'm glad I looked at that page. Okay, I'm going to keep my finger in this page, and I'm going to talk to you about the range as well. Now, the range of this unit has been measured, and I would like to just see in the instructions where it makes a claim, because it claims a certain range. I can't find that bit. Oh, I can. Right, here we are. Okay, working range. Up to 90 feet. Actual range depends on RF signal exhaustion, blah, blah, some, technical wobble. Right. And less than 5 milliseconds latency. Now, I haven't done this personally, but I know people who have done this, and I've seen videos of people doing this. 90-foot range between this and this before dropouts occur is what Xvive claim. Now, it does work up to 90-foot range, and it works quite far beyond that as well, but with dropouts. Little dropouts actually, but I think, to be honest, what Xvive have done is they've made a claim that's very much on the safe side. It will work far beyond that. Why you'd ever need that really for, unless you're playing like really, really enormous stages. Oh, and I took my finger out of the page. The other thing I wanted to mention was what you can do with this system, right, is you could have just one of these and 6 of these. Now, one of the magic things about in-ear monitoring is that every member of your band can have their own individual mix. And that's nice, but I did some work briefly with a 60s band who were very much a harmony band, and they were amazing. And they told me that the way they worked was they all had exactly the same monitoring, and they said that was the best way to learn how to do proper harmony singing, and it would teach you when you needed to back off the mic, when you needed to be more full on, and it would make you listen to everyone else, and it would make you make your presence felt in that mix as much as it needed to be or not, and you would create the sound that's coming out, that you would create the mix of voices that is coming out front intentionally at source, rather than the mixing guy out front having to do it. I'm not saying that's the absolute best way to work, but I've tried it myself and I dug it. I have to say that can really, really work. And if you were going to use that kind of approach, what you could do is just send out one mix of one of these and have 6 of these and just put them all on the same frequency. And yes, it is designed to work that way. So, have I told you everything? I know for sure that when I come to edit this video, I must have missed something. There are lots, actually, of great videos explaining how this product works. I watched a few prior to making my own. There's a couple of videos where guys have gone deep into all the specs and details of exactly how this thing works from a technical point of view. It's just not really my bag. There's a guy who's spoken about how the frequency that this unit uses is very close to Wi-Fi, and how it can affect if you use one of those iPad and digital desk systems. I forgot how to speak. Digital desk systems that use Wi-Fi to connect, then this can interfere and clash. However, it is correctable, and there's a guy who's done a great video on how to do that, so I will put a link to that video here. Rather than nicking his information and sticking it in my video, I'll give the guy a link because he deserves it. It's a great video. I think I've told you everything I need to tell you about this system. If you have any questions, if there's anything you want to know, please do feel free to message me and ask me. My email address is down below the video for a reason. You can contact me about this or any other product you've seen me using, or just to say hi. My web address is down below if you want to check out anything about me or any of my music releases or whatever. My Patreon is down there if you want to make a donation to help the channel. My paypal.me details are down there, as are all my social media addresses. Please do feel free to add me, follow me, like me on any social platform you wish. So I hope this video has been useful, and please do take care of yourselves, behave out there. See you later.